The Riddle House, stories dating back to the 1900s, the caregiver's dream to one man's sorrow, from funeral parlor to boarding house and dorm rooms. This house has seen much history and despair, as one could imagine. The house was transferred to a new location, dismembered and brought back to life. Paranormal claims of this location have been ongoing. I hope our abilities will find the truth so we can share with you the true stories and true paranormal claims of the Riddle House and share with you its amazing history. Does having history and death make a location haunted, or does it just make for a good ghost story? A true look into the Riddle House.
The Riddle House.
Okay, perfect. You get you in focus. There you are. Yay!
Is it filming?
Yep.
Super excited. Woo! Dan tells me I say super all the time, so we're super excited to be in here.
Mm-hmm.
One of the only private teams. Did you hear that? We are one of the first and only private teams because we're special.
Uh-huh.
It is dark and we are walking to the Riddle House in Yesteryear Village. This is pretty awesome. And there it is. The famous Riddle House. This will be our home for the night. Everything. Hey. Well, this is cool and we're super excited to finally be here and investigate the Riddle House. Hopefully we get some activity, a lot of activity, any activity if that, and everybody's getting ready, everybody's setting up the fixing hair and making themselves look beautiful, but we'll be back later. It's ghost time.
Everybody wants to see what they will do to me. Really up early and driving to town to get a good sleep by the sea. If you're here, please let me know.
It was hard to tell if these were moving or if it's the palm trees outside. So
But I
was
do
looking.
feel, with the fans on, but it does feel cold. I don't know if anybody else is feeling chilly.
Yeah, a little bit. That's me.
Can you shut the door?
Kind of gets jammed right there. I don't think we're able to. You have to have a lot of force. Shut the door.
Can you show us you can shut the door? No, but I just got a whiff of lilac.
Me too.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
There have been several paranormal claims that the back doorbell will ring when a spiritual entity is near at the Riddle House. We at Sarasota Paranormal Investigative Science have put this theory to rest. After conducting our own investigation and speaking to some of the workers, it is in our professional opinion that the reason the bell rings is due to a natural occurrence and has no paranormal relevance. The door jamb is not tight, which allows air to pass through, vibrating the door, therefore allowing the bell to ring. We have spent several hours debunking this paranormal claim.
Buck, are you in here? Buck?
The Riddle House was built in 1905. serving as the gatekeeper's cottage of Woodlawn Cemetery, just across the street. The first of the home's haunting history surrounds a cemetery worker named Buck. According to local legend, Buck was murdered when an argument in town got out of hand. His spirit has been seen around the house and on the cemetery grounds. Carl Riddle became the first city manager and superintendent of the public works in the 1920s, and the gatekeeper's cottage then became the Riddle House. It was during this time that one of the Riddle's employees encountered financial trouble. Seeing no other escape, he hung himself from the rafters of the attic. Riddle's own diary recounts the hauntings that followed. Chains rattling on the stairs and voices plagued the staff in the home. After changing hands several times and falling into despair, the house was moved to Yesteryear Village, where it stands today.
Can you touch my hand? If somebody's here, do you want to come out and speak to us? Well, I guess I'll talk in front of the camera because we're sitting here. But honestly, we haven't felt anything. Nobody's really felt much. Like a few things, but a lot of the claims that I think come from this house are self-induced with anxiety and anticipation of wanting something to be haunted. Do you justify that?
Yes, I think even though we very much want this place to be haunted, we are not really experiencing anything.
No. And like Dan says, I always think something's haunted, and this is the first time that I'm actually saying I don't feel like this house is haunted. This house is clear.
Our conclusion of the Riddle House investigation is that the house is beautiful. The house has a beautiful history. It's seen joyful times, sadness, suffering, and has been brought back to life from nearly being demolished. You can definitely tell that the Riddle House held a special place in the hearts of the caregivers, from old to new. But unfortunately, for our investigation team, we are concluding them as just that, ghost stories. This doesn't mean the history isn't there. It just means the spirits are not.